Hello, people. My name is Kale Boss. The only boss. Oh, wait, what else? Have you heard? Wait, do you know that Tap Tap Send is live in Texas? Oh, you didn't know? We went to New York. Now we are live in Texas. So people in Texas and around, all you have to do is to download Tap Tap Send. Yes, Tap Tap Send has become the most unique, secure, and fast way of sending money across the world to your loved ones anywhere. Okay, so download Tap Tap Send on Google Play Store or App Store, and when you're in Texas or around, you just have to put in the code TXGH. What did I say? TXGH, and you get $10 for your first transaction you make. Mahama media, Texas, you drew very soon we'll conquer everywhere. Download Tap Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Tap Send, it's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
I go Ghana for Coco, about 10 years, Kakra. Masaba mo na so biebo ye business na egu so bohun digital business ya wo community mu a chese edom gum asedanka nyame na me kasa Ghana fo ye ndorso ni ade enne kofo atia so mu business ni mu me see ye business ye digital business ababi abeko bi abetumi arane agese me see woni internet no me say wo paycheck no wo de na so me na enso me ntina wo se me nya bibi ka ho na me ho hen ha me asedanka nyame 2 years ni enya anke animu o eti ne ye bode from no missy business way I fear so those of us in the diaspora need to be file tax no ye bro you 10.99 now the file tax I fear the file ye bra be me the file ye do just a profession be our business teachers taxi drivers just me who send your men doctors lawyers bankers obia you hear no gadgets just say would be running business ye less system na mount enti me say registration refundable eti brabehwe say bibi a obetumi aye pe bibi kan wo na wo gina wo na ba akopeso a ebegene wo so otumi gina wo na me no so do won sesi obo na wanka sa otumi manage wade business na be ye wa wo dia a extra source of income me mo de aboa me ne mabusua enti no bra me say kakra nie momra me number na etwagu no ne yenkasa. God bless us all, amen.
Check now, check it, fa check it, fa check it, check it. The beat is real, don't will make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, fa check it, fa check it, fa check it, check it. Green select glucometer, check it, fa check it, check it. Sugar level for check it, for check it, check it, check it. For check it, for check it, check it, check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Well, we are ready, and time no day. We are back from the weekend, Monday evening here on Sammy Flex TV, Showbiz Daily, and we are about to do our thing. I have Roland Amate seated here. I have Intim Dodu Solomon, aka HMO, also seated here, and of course, Kojo King is here as well for us to do our thing. Let me say big ups to Digital Rasta Currency on camera right now. Richie Flex is the editor director of the show, and you are there. Thanks for your time. Remember, Tap Tap Send is the best app to use if you want to send money from abroad to Africa, especially in Ghana. Get the app downloaded onto your phone, put in your bank details, and use the promo code SammyFlex. This will give you some more. Now, straight to business. No time to waste today. Time no day, as a matter of fact. Burna Boy's magic is still causing waves. It is still causing waves. I know in Ghana, someone like Kojo King will tell you, oh, it was half-filled, it was. Boys like Fancy Kadam and his people will sell. Kojo will still argue that they did not sell. Now, I'm asking if Kojo will do the same argument that Burna Boy also did not fill the stadium. Because one, They did not do a 360 concert. That is point one. They placed the stage at one end of the park, which is one pole. Yes, they placed the stage at one pole and played to the rest of the audience. But to the auditorium people, or better to the event people, if you sell 60K tickets, you've hit their target. So even because of that, they presented a citation to Burna Boy, indicating that he has broken the record of filling the stadium. They presented it to him. My producer will show that to you with the indication 60K. Now, Kojo, so this is it. Sold out. And this was posted on their socials. London Stadium, as you can see. Burna Boy, 60K. Maybe Richie can zoom. Good. Richie can zoom. You can see the other side. Burna Boy, London Stadium. And the date comes and they say sold out, 60K. And they say thank you. Just to confirm that in history, one person who has been able to fill the space is Burna Boy. Now, Kojo's argument has been fail or not fail. Kojo, how do you come in with this argument? Because you have been worrying the boys. You have been worrying the boys.
Of course, when we talk about figures, it doesn't lie. 1 plus 1 will always be 2.
Exactly.
So if you are playing at a stadium of a 20,000 capacity and you produce 16,000.
Okay, so we see where the places were empty. You see? No, have you seen?
Yeah, it's empty. Yeah. But they are on the pitch.
No, you're not getting what I'm saying. Is that because it was not a 360. You can see where. Okay. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah. So if we are talking about figures, it should be accurate.
Challenge.
And
this is great.
if we have a stadium capacity of 20,000 and you produce 16,000 tickets, you can't tell me you have filled the stadium. Maybe you've sold out your 16,000 tickets, but when we talk about filling the stadium, you haven't filled it. And we should give accurate information out there. So that was my beef with Fancy Gadam and the rest of the artists. What is your beef with Burna Boy? So in this case, how many tickets were produced?
60K.
60K and all sold, right? What is the capacity of the stadium?
60 something, 62 something.
Okay, then still you haven't filled it. Of course, it's common mathematics. It is common mathematics, but in this case, technically, they may say, "Oh, they don't allow you to sell all." So 850. So there's a.
So for their standard, is a fail.
Exactly. So there's still 28850 more that the stadium can contain, but per the rules of the stadium, they'll say, "Okay, you need to sell only 60,000 for whatever reasons." So that is a standard for all. So it means if you're able to sell it, then you have filled it. And that is exact. But in the case of our people, we didn't get that information. That is why. So in this case, you can't say he hasn't filled it.
Okay.
I want to believe if they allow him to produce all 62,000 and over tickets, he could have still sold it. Because according to reports, there were still people who wanted tickets and all of that.
Wow.
Yes. So in this case, Burna Boy has filled it, and it is not too surprising because when you check how they started and the roadmap, you could see. I think around last year, you talk about
before
Wembley.
They put out,
exactly. You even talk about Wembley and all of that.
And remember, the dates even had a clash of a sort.
Yes.
With Wizkid.
Yes.
And Wizkid had to change his to another date.
No doubt, Burna Boy is conquering the world. That one, there's no doubt about it. The world loves him now, and they want more of him. And I want to also give credit to people who are behind this. In this modern age, it is not only about the artist. The organizers, the marketers and all of that, they are also doing great. You can't just depend on the artist alone to see some of these things happening. So it's about getting the right handlers as well to make sure they plug even ticket sales and all of that. They know how to get the people to fill the auditoriums and all of that. So kudos to Burna Boy. This is a win for Nigeria. They say we shouldn't add Africa to it.
Who said you shouldn't add?
I saw.
Why, Burna Boy,
some of the comments.
Burna Boy, where is he from?
He said if it's a problem, it's Nigeria. But if it is glory, Africa.
No. We can decide not to. But what I mean is, where is Burna Boy from?
Africa.
When
But
Hush
they
Papi,
are saying-
no. When Hush Papi did what he
They
did,
say no, that one Nigeria.
oh, who said
Oh,
India?
they will
No,
mention
in the
it
stories from
particularly.
abroad, they mention Africa. So what are they talking about?
Oh, but they say when it is a bad news, you're able to pinpoint
Who is able to?
our people. That it is coming from Nigeria.
mind
But when
them,
it's
don't mind
good news,
them,
then
don't
they
mind
want to embrace it. So
Don't mind them.
kudos,
Kojo.
let me give them their flowers.
Okay,
Kudos
Chemo,
to Nigeria.
come through. What do you also have to say about the whole concert and the numbers game? Like I keep saying that, Charlie, the guy makes it look like it is easy. How they do it?
Serious.
Huh?
60,000 people. at
Charlie,
an
it not
event,
be easy.
one place. That's not.
No,
cheap.
it not be easy.
Yeah.
Because people who are British musicians self, they
can't
can't do this easily.
Yes,
That way.
In fact, a lot of them can't do this.
It doesn't
Only
happen
few-
like that.
Yeah, it does.
It's not common.
Yes, it's
No,
not common.
stadium shows over there.
And
it's
this
not
is an African, and like that is what even makes it unique.
It's not common. The artist.
It's not like someone from the West.
Only a handful has played who held events at the
The
stadium.
yes. So I think
and white people too. That is
Yes,
also one
yes.
thing we need to hammer on.
obviously
Because the show, if you look at the audience about more than 60% are white.
you can't only, even if you assume that it's only Africans, you'll be making a big mistake.
See,
Like
look at it. If you look at it, even
60,000 people.
you see more white skinned people
Yeah, of
than
course.
black.
I mean,
Oh, yeah, this is their
it will
town.
not be surprising, yes, because they are more than
It's
the
their
other
town, so
people.
you can-
in
No, so
there,
it's not even their number. Like what made them what was appealing to them that they were able to buy tickets to go see.
It's the Afro
The
beat
sound.
and
Yeah, the
yes,
sound.
and
The honey air, you know.
Say the highlight.
well, I don't.
They're going. I live music.
I think this is what it is. Like, it is trending now. Afrobeat is everywhere, all over the world. So if you can do good songs, you go into the Afrobeat genre, you are good to go. Just come out with a good product and people will jump on it, because it's more like the pop thing. It's popular. It's what is trending now. So if you are into Afrobeat, like outside there, it's like, okay, now you know what's up, you know what is happening, you know what is going on. So I think that's why you get something like that. I mean, the same thing happened to us when it got to a point when we were in school. If you can sing a hip hop song, then we know
are the
that
ish.
you are the ish. You know what's up. I think the same thing is happening there. If you can sing Afrobeat song, or if you can, I mean, try and do something Afrobeat, then it's like, you know what's up, you know what is happening. So it's about the new culture, new trends that people will just jump on. And now the big people or the musicians who are, I mean, pushing everything, you can't mention without Burna Boy. And I think he's utilizing it so well. So I'm not surprised that he has done something like this, and this is massive. I mean, he has done it. He's now getting certificate for it. So
Yeah.
obviously he has done something that not many people can do it. That's why they are honoring him, or they are giving him something just to recognize the history that he has made. So yeah, kudos to him and the team. I think the team, they are doing fantastic job. And so far so good for them. Yeah, so me, I think that we can learn something from it. I mean, if I think at some point Burna Boy will go for an interview, or maybe they will come out with a documentary trying to document his journey, how they go about things and why he's winning the way he's doing, the way things are going. So that's what I'm waiting for. Like he should do something about that. I mean, do a documentary or a movie or something, trying to show how he was able to do it. I think some of these things, not many people can do it. So don't lie to yourself that you are a musician, so you are also going to. No, it won't happen. You need so many things to make it happen. Even apart from your personality and your product, even your team is another thing. So if you don't have the team that can make it happen, forget about it. If you don't have the song that can make, forget. The factors are so many. So I'll tell musicians in general not to just look at the results and say that me too, I want to do it or I can do it. Work hard, do your thing, and hope that one day you too, you can do something like that or even better. By just looking at it and say I'll do it today, forget it. It doesn't happen like that. Yeah.
I see. Yeah, Ro, come through and once again, Burna Boy, Sussex, and how we are to tap into that glory as an industry.
First of all, congratulations to him. We can only learn from whoever is winning, and it should be a source of motivation to us and not kind of for us to make it seem like we are not doing anything. So I think you were trying to describe the demarcations where the stage was and how the whole seatings were. And this is a blueprint of how the whole Burna Boy London Stadium looked like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was listening to an interview this morning about some music executive who are also from East Africa, that is Kenya and another country like that. And in fact, this particular feat from Burna Boy is giving them headache.
Wow.
If we think we in the West African region are getting headache from our Nigerians, we are joking. In fact, the East Africans.
Then they cry more.
You know, to them, they do the bongo flavor kind of sound. Now, most of them are adding, just like Stonebwoy is doing the Afro dance or Jenna here. Most of them are also now doing the Afro bongo and Afro Afro what. They are adding Afro to almost all their indigenous sound, and to them, they also have the same headache of there are people also trying to quote and unquote copy what the Nigerians and other guys are doing, and it is like that. Me, I can only say we can learn. It is the business side of these things that I always look out for. The way these people package themselves. You see, at this point, the only person whose name will be mentioned more is Burna Boy. If you don't strategically position yourself and attach yourself to that name, you will lose. You will not get the mention. The London Olympic Stadium was built for a purpose, and it is a commercial facility. Whatever they will do to attract people there, it is not as if when you don't have stadium, or you cannot build a stadium to that capacity and play. For what it's worth, people have 40,000, 50,000, 60,000 in their own African countries. But then, these people are gradually, business-wise, trying to position themselves in a way that whoever is able to make history there and get that mention, they try as much as possible to attach themselves so it will also be attractive for the next man.
Yeah.
So somebody has sold a whole auditorium. And while there are conversations about congratulating the person on how he's been able to do this, do that, do it, they come in with a citation. So what?
So they also be mentioned.
Of course. So what it means is that,
of course, we are mentioning them
of course, the next person who sees this will know that, okay, aside me getting plaques from Grammys, me getting this kind of endorsement from here and there, if I am able to work hard and also hit this auditorium, I will be among the creme de la creme who will go into history as people who were able to sell this particular auditorium. So as an industry, me, I always say that everybody and what they can do. Like Chemo said, don't just look at the results and think that, oh, I can do same. Yes, it is possible. Since somebody has done it, it is possible. You can also do it. But you need to also know what you want. Know your brand, know your capacity, and know what you can do before you go into some of these things. Some people from our region can do it. It is not far from us.
Do the same.
Of course, it is just a matter of time. It is just, you see.
How many years?
Wait, what you see? At a point,
Does it have any years?
at a point where the likes of Achiame and the likes were doing the Indigo O2, it was almost the same story for some of our African countries, including Nigeria, as to how they can also penetrate and do some of these things. And now they've been able to do it to the extent that it is even in our faces. They've been able to do it and overdo it. You understand? So yes, maybe this generation can't. Maybe you belong to this generation and you think it is not possible in this generation. Mind you, when the other generation back then were doing it for Ghana, their generation out at that time were not doing it for them as at that time. So it is almost the same story. There can be a different generation from here who would rise up and say, yo, we can do it. Who would have, if, I'm sure before Black Sheriff became big, if somebody had pointed to Black Sheriff to ask, do you think this guy for his maiden edition, or which Ghanaian artist after blowing would have his maiden concert outside Ghana than here, who would you have pointed? Nobody would have been able to point a Ghanaian artist. So it is not far from us, like I am saying. My own is that if it is the National Theatre, it is the Conference Center, it is the Accra Sports Stadium that you can. I want the managers of these facilities to know that they are operating a commercial space. And these are some of the ways that they can do to attract others also from attempting and also getting business from them. Because Obi are failing National Theatre.
Yeah.
You give him
not once.
Not once. You give him a citation to just encourage him. Tomorrow Lexi will come. The next, look at the way the guys are doing the Snap Cinemas. Look at the way the comedians are doing the Snap Cinemas.
Now they have also made it so easy.
Of course. So this is even it is becoming an encouragement even to some of these fast rising musicians who think, Charlie, which auditorium can I also sell to suit my brand?
Wow.
So business wise, we should try.
One thing you also need to know that this is a deliberate effort. It didn't just happen. We saw when Burna Boy started owning this Afrobeat thing, playing venues back to back to back. What is the culture of our people? We sit here even complaining about the National Theatre. Why musicians are not even hosting events there?
Yeah.
Even locally. They are not building that culture of back to back filling
Concerts,
spaces here. They always like waiting for the next event organizer to call them. Much more talking about moving out there. But we saw these guys doing it out there. It started from somewhere. They started from the smaller venues. Gradually they were rising and they have gotten there. So you need to develop that culture first and start from somewhere. It doesn't happen. You can't just wake up one day. Even Black Sheriff that is cited. We saw how he started. He went to a much more smaller venue. Yeah. Now he has upgraded.
At the Palladium Times Square.
Exactly. Now he's moving gradually. So in the next three or 4 years, when you see him parking a 20,000 capacity, you wouldn't say it was just accidental or something. You know, he started.
One of the statements that I heard from the Kenyan music executive was that they were also taking credit for what Burna Boy is doing now, because according to them, the Burna Boy has also toured in their region before, played shows. And
in Kenya.
Yes, and
so it
was during that time that Burna Boy was not huge. So to them, Burna Boy took inspiration from some of their artists in their region to make in order to capitalize on it.
No, now what to cry about is so no be taking it. What can you prove that?
When you're serious. Well, let's move on to the next business. Now, when the Shay is throwing some punches, and I don't know who exactly is the target for this particular punch. I tried doing my own research to see if I will find out who exactly is the target for this punch, but my people have not proven to know what this is about, or maybe they are feigning knowledge of knowing this, but I still have to just go ahead and do my thing. Now, that's what Wendy Shay is saying, and Richie will give us the tweet, where he says, you send a song to a GH artist for a feature. Next thing, you go hear your melodies in their new song. Second time this is happening to me. Thieves. Ghana artist, wake up. Ghana artist, wake up. So in short, Wendy Shay is describing some Ghanaian artist who pick her melodies after sending her melodies to them for feature. She is referring to them as what? Thieves. Whilst we're still struggling to find out who Wendy Shay was talking to in this particular post, there comes Adam. Go get them. And he says, I know the artist. That's what Adam is saying. Adam is saying, I know the artist. And I'm here asking, what are the indicators and who are we likely to put this suspect cloth on him? Chamu, do you have an idea?
I don't need to have any idea. I think it's not necessary. When you want to pick a fight, that is not necessary. This is how you go about
the fight
it.
when the Shay is speaking is not necessary.
Yeah, of course. Melody is melody. Do you think you own all melodies?
Chamu, are you saying that because
or you think?
Are you saying that because you're not a songwriter or what?
No. I'm saying that because ideas doesn't come from one person.
I know.
So don't ever.
But maybe the person knows you are not singing like that.
Yeah.
Now I send you something. I know your style. You were not singing like that.
Yes.
I send you something. Let's work on it. But me who know releasing you ma. I want the same melody as I sent you.
Yes, and the melody you can't patent it. That's. I'm not saying that is how.
What she's saying is not true.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's not true. The word I use is not necessary. The point is you can't charge anybody for it. You can only shame them, or you can even accuse them when even it is not true. That's the point I'm trying to make. You can only shame people for it. You can accuse people, and there's no way to even determine what you are saying. Whether it's a coincidence or indeed the person stole from you or whatever. Because for you to even send your song to that person, it means you give the person some form of respect.
Yeah.
The person also has something, and you wanted that thing. That's why you are sending your song to the person. So don't come out and make it look like it's because of you that person even exists as a musician or something. It's hard. Like you will not feel good when something like that happens to you, especially when you are having
who will not feel good?
The person
when the Shay.
Yeah. If you feel that somebody is stealing your melody, as she will call it, yes, as a musician, it's not good. It's not nice. In fact, in the same vein, when you have an idea that you want to execute, and you realize that somebody is doing almost the same thing, even if you have not talking to the person, or if you don't have any direct
relationship
with the person, you still not feel good. You now ask yourself, somebody around me or somebody somewhere is giving information to that person, or what is really happening. You have that feeling, and that's it. You can't.
In her case, she knows she has been giving it to them.
Yes, and my point is, with that, you have done it. They have done it to you twice. Yes, my point is, even without that, you know that the person is a musician, and they are good enough for you to even send your song to them. So yes, it's sad, like whatever that you want to feel about it, by coming out to accuse somebody or coming out to say it in a way that she said it. It's not necessary. That's my point. She can have such a conversation among her peers or whoever. You can have such a conversation with people by coming out to put it like this. That's where my issue is. And when and so what should we take this information?
So they're supposed to stop stealing.
And do you think it will stop? That will not stop. So especially melody. Like say that one line be from you or something, then we can talk about it. Because somebody can, based on what you send to them, yes, somebody can pick inspiration from it and also do something different altogether. And that thing should be allowed. It's the same as listening to somebody's music and getting an idea to do yours. Should we say that because you listen to the person's music, you have stole the person's idea or something? And I don't think melodies are that unique that only one person possesses it. Some people also have the same melodies, doing this, using different lyrics or whatever to do their songs.
Okay.
So why do you now want to own a melody? You can't patent it. You can't go anywhere and say that.
So you mean that if when she says someone stole her melodies, then it means she's even over talking?
She's putting emphasis on something irrelevant. That's the point. Yes, she's putting something on she's putting premium on something irrelevant.
She's killing a fly with a sledgehammer.
Something like that. Because one, melodies are not that unique to you alone. You don't own it. As in, you can do a style and nobody should touch it. Then you will not even have a music genre because it will follow a certain pattern. So you can't say that because you send your song to somebody, based on that, the person should not even go that direction because it will be like
your song.
Your song. I mean, come on. It's as I said, it's not fair, or you will not feel good when you send something like that. But you don't have to put premium. You don't have to put emphasis on it because it's something that you will not be so sure that this is it. If I do it, or if I've done it, nobody should go that direction, or else you are stealing from me. So for me, I think it's irrelevant for her to even come out to say it. It's not necessary.
Well, Kojo has been writing songs. Kojo, what do you also think about when the Shays cry?
Chemo is not fair to Wendy Shay at all.
No, that's Chemo's opinion.
Yeah, but it's not fair.
What do you mean it's not fair?
No. In this case,
Make it fair.
Wendy is saying
make it fair. Make it make sense.
I sent a song to you. You have not even done the song. The next thing I hear, you have come out with a song which is similar to the same melodies that I sent you. It is theft we are talking about here. It is different from, I'm in my room, I've conceived an idea, and you are also somewhere, you have conceived the same idea, and we have all brought it out. I can't own it. But when I've sent Sammy Flesh, Charlie, I want you to be on this song. You've listened to it, and the next moment, you come out with something similar.
But then there can still be an argument of, did you know whether I had that thing already or not? Yes, that's what I'm saying.
You know something, when you send a script to any American, the Hollywood production people, yes, the first message that they send back to you before they even open your script is that regardless of what you have sent to us, we may also have something similar, and before they even open it, your script that you have given them, don't have it in mind that because you have sent them a script, they may not they cannot or may not do anything similar to what you have brought them. In fact, that's the first reply they give to you before
because they know what to do. Because they know that they can. Now, after they have read your thing, they will definitely be inspired with it. So they are using that caveat to defend themselves, and nothing else, because they are creators. When they, after going through like 5-page script, definitely the ideas will be in your head, and so they may use it. So they send that just to defend themselves, so that you will not be able to take them on. But the point is,
other side is they may even have that idea already.
Fine, we are not saying we are. As I said, ideas can come to anybody.
Yeah,
we can be thinking of the same idea at the same time. But if we are on a separate grounds, that is where we can. Let's say a Nigerian somewhere conceive an idea, or somebody in Teshi conceive an idea, and I'm also here. We have no crossroads. That one, I wouldn't be perturbed. It may be a sheer coincidence. But the point is, I have conceived an idea. I sent to you.
for your consideration.
Yes, and the next moment I see the same idea manifesting, and you want me to keep quiet and say it is not my idea you are using or you are feeding on. It is happening. The fact that you still believe that ideas can be coincident, also understand that people who also take advantage of people's ideas. I remember when we were in tertiary, some guys conceived an idea for the lottery people, how they will be able to use SMS to send results, lotto results and all of that. So the guys went to the office and they had a conversation. Okay. They never got back. Before they realized the thing was in effect.
They were doing it.
So you will tell me, oh, maybe they have conceived the idea. But
that one is different. It's not like
it is an idea.
The one that you're talking about, you can even patent it. So it goes for melodies, even if you know that it's true, you can't even patent it.
You see?
So
how do they catch copyright?
Copyright. It's about they will consider the lyrics, they will consider the arrangement, they will consider a whole lot.
Exactly.
Melody is not part of it. No.
What are you talking about?
It will not
Killer
be
Cat.
melody.
What is Killer Cat
the
about?
word is about
It's
the word,
not the
not
word.
the melody.
No, Killer Cat, they use the
They use the word.
the whole melody.
No, the word.
The audio,
It's the
after in
word.
the voice.
Melody is
And
about the
so
rhythm
if
and
it
the
is not
sound.
about melody, you think
it's not about
I can
melody.
pick somebody's song,
Yeah.
okay, and I change the words
Yeah.
and use the same melody and I will not be caught.
No inter.
What is no here?
The no is
If I pick-
yes, we have.
I'm saying that I can pick a Burna Boy song,
Yeah.
which
Last.
The
last,
Yeah.
and I change maybe first. I title it first,
Yes.
and I change all the lyrics,
Yes.
and I sing the same thing, and you think that is not copyright?
No, you are saying that you sing the same thing.
And the melody,
what
sing the same melody.
No, melody is about sounds and the rhythm.
What is melody that you are telling me that I don't understand?
No.
What is melody? It's not about notes we are talking about.
Yeah.
It is notes we are talking about.
Yes. So,
And you say notes. If I say, Oya Matia don't go na so me watch it say that is not about Oyo bolo na so me watch it say
no. Now you
no.
No.
Is that not the melody?
No. Yes, but you see that at some point, like the Atina don't go example, you are using almost the same thing as in the person said. Atia don't go ne boachi to say trace, and this person is saying
Obolo is this the
ne
same?
boachi to say that ne boachi will now make it the same thing. But if the person say oye Matia don't go and use like oye Matia don't go to say Chelsea football pitch or something, you can't hold that. You can't hold that person because it's different.
Melodies
That's
is
why-
part of copyright.
Well, you let Alako
Well,
just
it's
finish.
Simple
Yeah.
melodies.
Okay.
If you steal my melodies, I can hold you on.
Okay.
I can hold you on. There are a lot of examples online. So it happens. Musicians do that, especially even those who are upcoming. The bigger ones, they do it to them
They
all
swallow
the
them.
time. They hear a song, you send a big man, I want you to be on my song. Before you realize they are out with it.
It's gone.
It's gone. You can't do anything. And this is happening to Wendy Shay, who is also big. And it's not like they even recorded it. If you check the message, like the artist will not give you the verse. The next thing you will realize he has a new song which is sounding almost the same as yours. And I have every right to feel like you got inspired by my song.
Yeah.
And that is what Wendy Shay is talking about.
No, stealing and inspiring by the song.
Oh,
Because
the
you-
point
because
is,
you use
No,
the-
Chemo,
it is
Chemo,
English.
at the time of taking it, they didn't seek permission. If you did not seek
English.
permission, then it's tantamount to stealing.
course.
If you take my thing and did not seek permission from me,
I don't know why you are
And you
discounting
took it
the
from
fact
me.
that they can do it.
that is stealing.
No,
Are you
I'm
saying
not-
that
no,
people
no.
can do it?
No,
I'm
let
not saying
Kojo
no.
finish. Let Kojo
I'm not
finish.
saying they can't do it.
They
but
can do it.
Yes.
The fact that you also believe no, they can't do it. You see,
No, I'm not saying they can't do it.
in your analysis, you generalize it that ideas doesn't come to only one person,
Yeah.
which is a fact. But not when I've sat with you, Chemo. Charlie, I've conceived this IT idea. I wish this app, when we create this, blah, 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 it can do this, blah, 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 blah. And the next moment, the next 2 weeks, I see that Chemo has come out with
The
a
same
similar.
Something similar, not the same thing.
And you expect me to keep quiet because all this years you have not released anything like that until I had a discussion.
Whatever
with you.
discussion we had can trigger my new thing.
And that is the theft we
But
are talking about.
No, that's not the theft. That's where I have.
Inspiration. That's where inspiration.
Yeah, you can use the word.
Where did you
inspiration
get
or-
it from?
Yeah, we get it from talking to people. In fact, ideas.
and
That's
this is
how
not
we
a-
conceive
and no, this is
ideas.
not-
But you can't charge people for that. That's why I'm saying that.
We have not gotten to
It's
charge.
irrelevant to call them.
We have not
to
even
say
gotten
that they
to
are
charge.
stealing.
We have not even gotten to charge. If when the Shay comes out like, oh, she want to charge, then what you are saying will come in.
Yeah.
That ideas or melodies you can't really charge some. But here she's reporting an act.
Yeah.
So we have to. It's whether the act is true or not. There's the possibility that people do that or not.
Yeah, or
That's
that
what
one-
we are talking.
in fact,
if,
that one,
if
me,
she
I
want to
admitted
take
that
it
can
forward that she want to take somebody, or then you can bring in that these melodies
are the
we can.
nuances, yeah.
The person can even go to court and say that I have also conceived that idea, and you can't hold him to that. But the reality is this thing is happening. It happened. It is still happening. Some people are doing it. Some musicians
But
are doing it.
have you experienced it?
Not yet, but I've heard. I work with musicians,
Yeah.
and most of them complain about this. Like my verse, if anybody should come and tell me that Atinya Donko from Dambele about Dambele, anybody has conceived that melody. Nobody has conceived it until I release it. And so the next moment, if I hear anybody singing that similar, it is coming from me. You heard it from me. and it will be difficult for us to even conceive like may say a full one bar, and it will be the same. It will be difficult.
Yeah.
Like the way I will arrange it melodically, you also
come and do the same
it will,
thing.
yes, there will be some slight difference. So this is a case that when, and I'm happy she didn't even mention the person. She didn't mention the person. She was so diplomatic about it.
I'm still trying to dig who that person could have been.
Adam says, so maybe you can ask Adam because this one they talk.
But is Eden really sure that?
Oh
he
no,
knows the
among
person?
themselves they talk. Wendy is not saying it online, but among their team, when you meet colleague musicians who she vibes with, she will tell them that Charlie, have you seen what Asumasi has done? I send a song and you see this like, and they can play Charlie. This is my song and listen to his or her song too. The similarities and all.
Recently, I think I had a similar story like that. Some young people came to me with that story.
Yeah. So
where
it's something.
someone they saw of repute
Yeah.
had also sampled their rhythm and they were crying.
Exactly, and these are
Sure.
reasons why some musicians are not even going into that. Because before we will all be in the studio and we vibe, but because of technology now, you need to send a song, and that is the danger part of it. Sending a song to a colleague musician who is also a creative, and they listen to your vibe and all of that. The possibility that they may
It will go into them.
is high.
Yeah, but how what?
And some of them who will not do it, they in future they will tell you crowd they forgot, they just came. They were in the studio and subconsciously the thing pop up and they use it. So it's very difficult nowadays sharing your songs and all of that. Because before you realize,
A cop.
a cop.
Well, there is a young guy like that who had a similar issue with, I think, Strongman or... No, not Strongman. Kwaku Darlington.
Kwaku Darlington,
Yes,
yeah.
Kwaku Darlington.
Yeah,
Kwaku
yeah,
Darlington and another young man like that.
Kankai
Who felt that
song.
Kwaku Darlington listened to his song and boom, because he had a platform, he started using the song to his advantage and the guy was left hanging. So as it stands now, this is the same thing Wendy Shay is also talking about. Ro, let me get your opinion on this.
When Shay has a case, she has a very big case. In fact, she's not the first, and she wouldn't even be the last. This has been going on for a long time, even before when Shay became. She's just celebrated her 5 years in music, and she's just experienced this twice. Oh, glory be to God.
It's too small.
Oh, it's too small. It's too small.
How many times do you want her to experience this?
Like celebrating 5 years. So you pick.
Yeah, so she did not celebrate 5 years of calamity.
So yes, that's why I'm saying that pick an artist from underground, let's say 2-3 years, then you blow into mainstream. Then we now start to count like your high professional career into 5 years. So maximum 7 years is what we are talking about. Within that 2-3 years as an underground artist, do you know how many people that are going to chop you? Plenty.
People who are just going to steal you. Some are going to take advantage of you to perform and all.
See, you see, it is because some of these things, until you name directly, you are able to call the people out and give clear evidence. It will be yes, people can see you have a case, but it will be very difficult for people to come all out to defend you.
To support, yeah.
That's the nature of this particular situation, which is what has given diverse opinion about Wendy Shay's comment. You see, me, I would have wished that she had mentioned a name. Oh yes, because that's the only way. Like she's going to get.
You know, I've personally called some close people to her, and they are still playing politics.
For Adam,
they are still playing politics. Yes, meanwhile, they know who they are talking to.
They know. Adam knows. Everybody. You see, in their circles, everybody knows those people who are.
But how come you don't know?
They know. Oh,
how come you don't know?
You see, the funny thing is that. Pick about 10 artists in the space, and you realize that about 8 or 7 of them have done the same thing. It is just like singing. Maybe yours is different from mine. That's how it is.
But the same are the
Oh, the same are they've been doing it to themselves. Like, and especially in recent times that we don't go to the studio together to record, but rather we do send me your song. Oh, Rasami. Yes, we understand there are coincidences. So most of these people who do this will use that as a defense mechanism. That's what I'm saying. So if you don't mention the person, or if you don't call the person out and give clear evidence, it will be difficult. The person can just come out and say, it is mere coincidence. Before you sent me that song, do you know the number of songs I have in my data? They can give you this. And you see, you can't challenge them that high, because we are all creatives. In fact, we read wide, we listen wide. I don't know where you picked your inspiration from, but probably I also might have picked it on a different route. And since you believe there are coincidences, it can happen. It can happen before you send whatever to, before you maybe you've conceived a reggae vibe, and you send it to somebody like Stone. So are you trying to tell me that with his experience as a reggae artist, yours might not be a little similar to some of the things that he has in his closet? Definitely, if Stonebwoy do not give you the verse or don't reply you, but drop the song, and the moment you hear, even if it is about 2 seconds or 3 seconds melody pair, you say, hey, that is mine. There's a possibility you will say that is yours. So until you name and give specific evidence, okay, I sent this song to Chemu. I sung this song to Chemu. You see, yes, I sung this. When we decide to do it, people will receive this news as that, and we will just listen to it and throw it away.
Do you have serious suspicions?
Oh, I have contacted my internet VR. We are checking people with recent releases.
I want 10 times.
Yeah, 10 times. So they are among the recent releases. As in 2 weeks, from 2 weeks back. 2 weeks, like in a span of 2 weeks, people who have released songs, the person is in there.
Yeah, but let me clarify something. I didn't say that it doesn't happen or it may not happen. I said that it's not necessary because of the other factors that I mentioned, that it could be coincidence, you can't charge people for it and other stuff. But I didn't say that people don't do it. In fact, I said that when it happens to you, it will be hard on you, like you not feel good. I said all those things. So I've never said that it doesn't happen or people are not doing it.
Or it can't happen.
I said that it's not necessary.
The way you put it, like
that's what
Chemo is saying that when it comes to melodies, there is the likelihood that you go and meet someone.
Yes. So when you see, as he's saying now, when you say the other side, then you balance the other side, but you were on only one side. You were one-sided. That's why I say you were not fair. Yes, you were like, oh, she can't say that.
But I'm not saying that it can happen to her. I mean, in fact, I'm not doubting her at all.
Imagine.
Well, we can move on to the next business of the day, and of course, Wendy Shay is surely sending some information to some people. Those people will get it. That's why we know. Those she is sending information.
But she shouldn't listen to Roland and mention names. It can land her in trouble. Okay. Especially,
the name is not necessary, but the person knows.
Okay.
They know.
Well, we understand. There is this guy who has always been performing, and his performance comes with troubles. Let me give you the itinerary. And the trouble, we have even been affected by the trouble before as well. And this guy is Nigeria's Ruga. The first time we came across the video that caused us trouble, he was performing and a lady touched his dicky. And he got angry, dropped mic on the stage and went away. Ever since, we have been seeing the reverse of the things that made him angry all this while. This time round, oh, this is the picture. This particular video. Man got angry, mad, and he left the stage. Later, on another stage, a few moments later, another stage, we also saw him pressing ladies and doing stuff. As it stands now, another video has come up from his Canada Toronto show. Toronto. In this video, whilst I'm talking, I'm sure my editor will be showing you the video. The way this guy was handling women on the stage, I'm asking myself, is this an act of indiscipline or what exactly? Like, it's not the first time. Almost every show he plays, he would have some things to do with women and like all these things. Like all these things. What is this? Ruga, when I say it, my Nigerian brothers will not let me say it. But me earlier, I think I fired him a little bit on this. Maybe I'm being too hard on him, but I don't know what my people also say. Chemo, this was social pressure because what I'm seeing there.
I think you are not being fair to him.
I'm not being fair to him.
Yes.
Chemo, but this look.
Yes, this is consensual. At this point, the ladies have consented to it. In his case, he didn't consent to it. So you can't say that it's the same thing.
Wait, Chemo. I love the argument.
Yeah.
When he called these ladies,
yes,
he did not call them to press their asses.
In fact,
he called them for dance.
How did you know?
No. He called them for dance. How did you know? And the video is there.
In fact,
the video is there.
What kind of dance?
Like artist. Oh, I want some 4 ladies to join me on the stage to dance to this song. Why are you talking as if I don't have experience?
Now let's go into details.
I'm fully experienced in this game now.
Yes. But now let's go into details. He called them for a
dance.
Yes. Now, what constitutes a dance in this case? What do you expect, or what will you see and call it a dance? And you are saying that okay, and you think what he's doing is not part of dancing?
This one?
Yes. You think it's not part?
Somebody if I dance with you, if I dance with your girl and I do this, will it be okay?
No, I won't be okay.
Exactly. Might you come and sit in front of me and you are doing this, you'll be fine. Like, there's no problem.
Well, so this is what I'll say. You don't define how they should dance.
You'll be fine. I can say.
Yeah.
We are not talking about you. It's about the girl.
My point is, I will not be fine. Doesn't mean that the person can't do that. It's two different things. The person can do whatever they want to do. By me, I will not be fine. It's two different things. Yes, so you not be fine. But you can't decide how they should dance. This is part of the dancing. That's why I'm saying, yes, That's why I'm saying that you will not be fair to compare to
someone expressing someone's artist
and
you call it dancing.
Do they have
this is smooching? They not dance. What the guy was doing is called smooching. That's the English name for it.
It's part of dance.
Smooching.
In fact,
smooching
on that stage is part of dance. It's part of it. Type of dancing. We have so many. It's part of it. And besides these ladies, they have consented to it. In fact, they love it. They were even smiling and all that. I've heard, I've seen some comment people saying that you'll be sued and whatever. No, when you decide to just climb that stage, you have waiver all that privileges that you have. And again, if you don't like it, you just move out of there because the kind of dance coming, you don't like it. But so if you stay there, you go through this laughing and doing all that, you can't go later and claim that you were harassed or whatever. No. And then going to even claim, and then people will be rich in no time. Because you can easily just do this and then later you go and sue and just get huge money for yourself. It doesn't work like that. In his case, he didn't consent to it. The lady just grabbed his thing without him saying that you have right to do it. In this case, one, he invited them on the stage
for a dance.
For a dance. And then they came and then he danced with them. That's what it is. So I think he hasn't done anything wrong.
A woman does this, a man at the end of the woman giving her pam pam pam.
Yes.
What is the dance in that?
In fact, it's so common in dancehall music. It's a form of
challenge.
It's
a form of a festival like Ghana.
Even looking at in fact, the women were the ones doing the moves. So I mean, they are happy doing it. They were the ones doing the moves. So they were so happy be on. So it's the women doing it. What the thing is that it's not the morals of the kind of women that we want.
What dance is this?
In fact, we have a lot of this on. We have a lot of this.
My God,
in Ghana that they do this.
Where we do this.
My God,
we have a festival in Ghana that.
My God.
So I think we will not be fair to say that what he's doing is wrong or something. Yes, where I will agree with you that the moral standard of our ladies now is so low. Like if you look at the way they have availed themselves for the guy to go through this thing with them the way he was doing. I mean, if you are my girlfriend, that's the end of it. You have to just stay on that.
Yeah, I saw so many people
just
that
get
I won't
on
let
that
my
stage.
girl do
No,
this.
no, I mean it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful to me as a man if my woman will go on stage and for them to do this thing to her. So me, I'm very sure that about 80% of the ladies there, they are single. No man. I mean no.
Or they are hookup
man. Well, in fact, I won't say that because I may get myself in trouble. But I'm sure that about 80% or even in fact I can even stake my neck out, about 90% of them are single. And the few who will not be single, after this one they will be single. Because a guy who has his thing on will not tolerate this.
Yeah.
I mean you can't go on stage, do all this thing and then come back to me. No, it won't happen. Go to the guy. He will serve you right. I mean, I won't force you to do anything for me, but I will not take this.
Kojo, and you also endorse this. You are a performer as well, so
yes.
Be careful what you endorse.
Oh no, yeah. I also wouldn't agree with you to say what they did to him. He's also doing the same thing. This is totally different from what just happened, because all the ladies, they acted not under duress. They willingly did what they did. They called them and they were happy to be on stage. If it were to be like this guy was performing and he just grabbed somebody's boob or butt without a person's consent, then we have a case like what happened to him. He's on stage and you just grab his penis without her consent, and that was a form of disrespect.
But at that time too, he was also acting with them.
No. He was on stage, and you are downstage, and you are performing. We have no arrangement of such. And out of nowhere, you grab my penis. That one is a sign of disrespect. But if I call women upstage for an act, and they all agree and they come out there, this is you can't hold me. The acts may look appalling or bad to some people in terms of morals. Yes, like why are women allowing themselves for the man based on their interpretation? But technically, the guy is not at any fault. As much as he didn't force them, then there's no problem here. And we shouldn't use Africa mindset and beliefs and all of that, because these ladies up there, their mentality about their beliefs about boyfriend, girlfriend is totally different. These guys, they don't care you are my girlfriend, they can still go outside and flirt with other people. Unlike here that we hold so much dear to customs and beliefs and all of that. These people, how they have their relationship is different. Some of them even have open relationships. You can do whatever you want and all of that based on how they think. Maybe in Africa it would have been a very big deal. Like, hey, which girl is this? People will be talking about your family. And even now in Africa, it's happening because of the 21st century African women will do this easily. Will do this easily. So with them, based on culture and all of that, it's not a big deal. Yeah, it may look bad to viewers because when you do it, people can interpret it in whatever way. Okay. But you can't hold him to this because this is in art. It happens. It is a form of art that ladies are. Probably the song that he's singing calls for that. So they want to exercise maybe the waist or whatever to make it appealing. At a point, some ladies, when he was banging, you see that a room system is a pemo they are no adrenaline. No wakujina or punito. But you can't hold Ruga or whoever to eat that.
Okay, roll. Finish up for me.
That's I mean.
Roll.
Yeah,
if you live in a glass house,
don't throw stones.
You see, this is based on morals. You see, they say sometimes how you sell yourself is how you'll be bought.
Exactly.
That is why we have certain artists that will climb on, like will be on stage. You will not get any of their fan approaching them like how Ruger's fan approached them.
One of the points I was going to make.
You understand? We have so many of our artists, so many of them in the space.
Depending on how you play.
Yes, depending on
if you play with a dog, it will lick your mouth.
It will definitely lick your mouth. You see, the way you present yourself to the fans is how they receive you at certain points.
Exactly.
See, somebody like Shatta, we say, oh, his fans are rowdy, they are this, they are that. It is because of the way the star man also presents himself to the fans. Hardly would you see a high grader jumping good like the way an SM fan would do. It is because of the way you present yourself to them.
That's true.
So me, when it happened first, when the lady grabbed his proposal,
that he started crying.
I was like, okay, maybe he doesn't present himself like that to them. So for them to approach him like that, you're offside. But on a second thought, I see a different video. And this guy actually invites these ladies on stage because he has sexually explicit content to give them. And in demonstrating some of these songs, he invites them on stage to do these acts. So definitely, in the same vein, when you don't determine what you are going to do, or you don't tell them what you are going to do to them on stage directly when inviting them on stage. It is the same way you come and stand in front of the stage and you'll be shaking them. Sometimes you give your leg to them for them to hold, just as a sign of love. You extend your hand to them. You do this, you do that, you do this, you do that, and you want them to tell you what they want to do to you when you come close to them. But you think they don't have the right to do whatever they want to do to you when they are in the vibe. But you think you have the moral right to say, hey, me there, when it comes to me, don't touch my hair. But you, because you invited them on stage, you have the right to do everything that you want with them. Morally, me, I don't feel this at all. You see, Peter of B Square. Recently, there is a video of him kissing a fan. Kissing a fan in the crowd.
Really?
Yes. He went there, and you see, when
lip kiss.
Lip kiss.
Was she forced?
Wait, I am coming to give you the example. So he just stepped off stage, went into the crowd. Usually, the only thing that will come into the fan's mind is he's either coming to handshake you or maybe most hug you. That is the video. That is the video. Grab the lady's neck like this and gave her a lip kiss. And gave her a lip kiss.
What kind of video is this?
A lip kiss.
We don't see it.
Gave her a lip kiss. And you see, so next, when a fan also holds you like that, why?
Yeah,
when a fan also holds you like that and gives you the same measure, you don't come and cry. You don't come and cry because that is what you've taught your fans.
Yes, that's the training you've given.
That is the training you've given to your fans.
Yes.
That we can go all out. You see the Jamaicans. I've forgotten one South African lady like that. The one who strips on stage.
Yeah. I know her.
Yeah.
Of
course, that is the kind of training she's giving to her fans. So tomorrow, if she's stripping and her fan is there, the fan will not come and say, "Hey, you lady, you're on stage and you are stripping."
So anytime she's performed, they are pressing.
Of course.
Some people are even trying to.
Even her, she invites guys on stage and do the same thing to them. So my only message is that if Ruga thinks that he touching people or touching girls, anyhow he feels like, because he thinks he's an artist. You see, anyhow he feels like, because he thinks he is the star man. It is the same way the way he expects the fans to be measured when they are approaching him is the same way he should also be measured. The fact that you invited somebody on stage, come and dance with me. Dancing with me means so many things. In fact, it is very vague. Until you start the process, that is when maybe your idea of a dance is not the same as my idea of a dance. Go to Choco and tell the person you want to dance. In fact, Obama gap 2 meters. You guys will be 2 meters apart and will be dancing. If you don't know how to dance, sit down.
But that's a sign, If the person gives you gap, it means the person is not
of
okay
course.
with what you want to do.
So my point is
that is when if you are forcing yourself.
My point is that
we can interpret.
Let's use all these ones as okay examples. Now let's look at how society is growing.
Which society are we talking about?
The whole world.
No,
wait. The whole world. When it comes to women and these things, you've crossed the boundary with this.
No.
You see,
no. When they consent, that is the line.
You see, my own is
this is not an abuse.
He was doing it to them inside the crowd, like they were in the crowd, and he will get down to do that. It's different.
This is even what shows that Ruga overreacted on the first count, because you see, you've given your fans a certain perception, so they can approach you in any light. If you don't like it, if you don't like it, the best thing should have you telling them that I don't like this approach.
Okay.
But for you to have abandoned the show, just one fan did this to you, and you think you can disrespect the whole people in the auditorium because one fan has disrespected you, and you want to overreact, yet you think you have the right to be doing this to people on stage, then it's so uncalled for.
Well, let's look at the very last story. Our time is up. Ajako. Ajako is in the news. No, about 5 years. Ajako is in the news. Wait, Ajako is in the news.
Ongo.
He's got an Ongo.
Pandit Magua.
Ongo.
Nonsense people. Bumper chifu. Jump for. Ajako has been trending. The last time I checked, he was trending on Twitter, I think at number 2 or so. Let me check latest on him now. The last time we were doing in the internet, we were providing different trends like that. Well, so I checked earlier, and I think he was at number 3 or so. And I loved the fact that we were all talking about growth. Okay, now I'm checking he's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm checking he's at 5. Kim Promise at number 1. Kim Sarkodie. What is Sarkodie and Kim Promise? Why are they trending? I'll check that later. And it is about a mansion that, according to him, he started building like 2017 that way, and finally he's completed. Social media is divided on 2 accounts. 2 accounts because there are some people who are mocking him or teasing him, claiming that Charlie the mansion be old-fashioned, and that today, 2023, you don't build something like this and call it a mansion because they think the style is old-fashioned and all. And there are others who are also saying, "Wow, this is good news." The other time, this guy, what's his name? Eko Smith. Yes, I read Eko Smith's story on Ghana Web where he was saying that you cannot act in Ghana and buy a house in East Legon. But if Ajako is showing us this, and he's also an actor, then who are those saying the creatives can't make it on their own? Is this enough to tell the world and Ghana that now, if you are in the creative space, cry no more, do your things right, and if you do your things right, you also be able to do some things that successful people are doing. This is the mansion in Kumasi. He actually opened it over the weekend whilst he was also celebrating his 54th birthday or something like that in Kumasi. And Ajako is so proud of himself, and he's saying that he's not showing the mansion to boast, but he's showing the mansion to tell everybody that you can also do it. Just save some money, work hard, buy some land, and start something. The moment you start, the good Lord that helped him to finish will also help you to finish. Let somebody say amen. Amen. So should this be encouraging to the industry and those who are saying it is old-fashioned and all that? What are we to tell them?
For those saying it's old-fashioned and whatever, I think they should come out. They should come again. Because just to tell somebody that his mansion is old-fashioned, I don't get it. I mean, this is his dream house or his dream mansion, and he paid for it. So for you to just stay somewhere and he didn't even do it just once. It's like one day and then he just did it. No, he planned, saved some money to even get here. So I will disagree with anybody who will say that. Yes, but you can. I think it's fair to say that okay, this kind of mansion for me is not nice, or for me whatever. Like you can share your opinion as in what it is, but the way they are saying it, as if Ajako as a person won't have that right to do what he wants. I mean, this is what he has done, and I think he's proud of it, and that's how it should be. He has done his thing, and this.
But why is this not nice? What is not nice for them?
Yeah, but I can't go.
Is it that entrance there? That thing that has been put there. Trapezium. Trapezium. This I think because this trapezium.
this I think
is it because of this trapezium or the colors or what? or the lion heads in the wall?
I don't,
Like, what
I
exactly?
don't even know, and I don't even want to know. Me, I think we are in a society or
automated gate, what?
We are in a space that people just want to.
And what
Yes.
about this one too?
The symbols and everything. Yes, I think it's about well the kind of
Share light.
Bit down.
experience that he has.
father
This
built
is serious.
Chemo, I mean, Chemo said this is serious. Chemo who lied to that? And why in attention, as you know. But those coat of arms, then.
Yeah, I think
What symbol?
that's where I was coming to. It's about his experience, where he has gone to, the people that he has interacted with, and what he will perceive as and what he will perceive as a symbol of doing well. I think you see when you see the symbols and the way he has done it, in fact, it's a common symbol that you will see among the chieftains, the authorities in Kumasi. These are some of the things you see when you go to palace, like Kumasi Palace. Yeah, you are likely to see some of these things. So I think the idea of it being a palace, that's what you get. So that is it. I mean, you can. No, he's not. He's not a chief. No. He's so happy about it and all that. Yes, this is it. I mean,
15 years.
this is not so surprising because when you come to the acting field or when you come to movies, you can't talk about Ghana movie and where it is without mentioning
Look at the acting. Look at he acted.
I don't know what set to I know what set.
Yeah. Because it's part of the house anyway. You know. Or not, so I think we should be happy for him.
Okay.
The why you know, and probably bring to me, but it's not surprising. And again, we can't just use him and say the industry is okay. You know, we should just relax. I will agree with you that some people take bad decisions to get them where they are. And you know, say industry no so I say cry into me no. And go for your mother music and asa. And you know, I any parents like I say industry no why mom can just don't pay baby. Yes, Agya one of the huge icons in movie industry are taking how long to build this? So many years. And you know, remember 2 years, 3 years. Never make us say industry no you sit down. That's where I would disagree with somebody like Cosmate Asante saying that
you cannot act in Ghana.
You cannot act in Ghana and do this. No. It will take you a long time, but you will get there. And maybe prove it to us. I mean, we can even mention Jackie Apia, Jaku, and others. They have done it. And it didn't take 1 day, 2 days, 1 month, 1 year. No. It took them a very long time to get to that position. So we should rather be telling people like, yes, the industry pays, but it will take time. Don't take bad decisions and just blame it on others. Because it's so easy to do that. And all that. Meanwhile, somebody will save for a long time and do it. Then later you accuse the person of using other means, foul means and all that. And in fact, if you are an actor, your revenue shouldn't just be you acting.
Okay.
There are other avenues. You have a leverage based on your name
to benefit from other things as well.
So me, I've heard people talking about Ajaku issues. Say MPP for na man is Ghana. Then yes. In fact, say MPP for na man is Kakrana. It's because of his name and his impact.
Yeah.
So he has earned it based on the job that he has done. MPP for Emma OBS Kasa. It is almost the America who said Jacqua Juma who deserving winner.
Okay.
And I know no to me for mamma can say, MPP before uncle and sit down. Nankanya Jacqua come to the man. Who now also the MPP choose and this agent. Or mamma can say faculty danibi. They will give it to people that they are making impact or they think they can make impact.
Okay.
And Jacko, he has done it, so he deserves it. I think he's happy based on what we have seen, and we should be happy for him. I think he has done well. Congratulations to him.
Okay, Kojo. Jacko's mention and the conversation
yes,
online.
I'm happy about everything that is happening to Ajako now. He is a legend, and me right now, if I see Nigeria movies on TV, it doesn't excite me anymore, because during those days when the Nigeria movie took over our industry, Ajako was one of the figures who stood to fight that with our local movies. And it got to a point that I became so accustomed to the Ghanaian movies that when I see Nigerian movies on TV, I can't watch for like 10 minutes, and it's still happening now. Just that now our movie is a bit on the low. So he did that, and during that era, he shot a lot of movies.
Yeah.
There was a time without Ajako, forget your movie wouldn't sell. So you can shoot a movie and wait for Ajako to come, so that they shoot some scenes and add it before the CD will sell. And so this is a man who has worked, who has really worked over a period of time. And his story is so inspiring, because look at since 2007, 16 years. It took him 16 good years to be able to finish this mansion. It tells us patience. We need to be patient. We need to give time some time, you know. Give time some time.
I know.
Exactly. So that the small earnings you are making, he said, yes, at the point he has to really be disciplined enough to be saving. The little he was getting, he put somewhere because of this project.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. This discipline, many
building a house in Ghana.
You see, life would have been easier for everybody, but savings is not easy. Because for you to save and situations happens and you are strict on yourself that I'm not touching this money because this money is for a project. 9 out of 10 will be able to do that. Like some of us, we can't sit down and my own money is there. And I'm hungry.
Why do you think I've not connected my bank account to my momo?
You see?
Because if I make a mistake, I connect my bank account to my momo, I'm finished. Yes.
You know, because
I'm finished.
We believe in, yes, at times, let's solve what is happening today. We don't know the
tomorrow,
future. But people like Ajako, it's not easy, because that kind of mental fortitude to be able to say that, okay, I'm starting little by little, and it took him 16 years. There are many people who start some of these projects, and nature doesn't even permit them life to even wait to finish it. Some of them will start it, the moment they finish, then they die.
They are gone.
And other people will come and enjoy. So in Ajako's case, he has been blessed to be able to wait for 16 years to even see his mansion comes to fruition and go there and celebrate it. This is beautiful. And to the bunch of ignoramuses who are saying the mansion is old-fashioned.
I know who you want to hit. Now you go ahead and hit him.
A bunch of ignoramuses. The point is, a building plan of 2007, how do you expect it to be? This is 16 years we are talking about. So that was the best then. And the foundation has already been laid. So he is upgrading the 16 years. So they couldn't think that this is not a modern plan. If he started like 2 years ago, they would have given him something that they think is of current or modern trends. But this is 16 years ago we are talking about. Those dates were huge. And even today, look at the finishing. It's still grand. You can't tell me this is this is not a good match.
Like
And,
very royal.
and look at the person involved.
Interaction with the royals.
Yo, this is the person involved. Look at the person involved. Ajako is not that out loud person who will go for even certain building plans. And they will design it for you to choose based on what you want. If you are talking about Majid, Michelle, or Van Vika, they will choose a different. But clearly, you see that Ajako has a different mindset. Hence, choosing this. Look at some of the things like the people, the Adinkra and all of that, sculpture work and all of that. It tells you he is looking at that royal with a modern touch. You know, so don't mind them. Those people, instead of them coming out to celebrate a legend, because they were waiting to say that, oh, after Ajako has been able to be in the movie for all these years, he couldn't make anything for himself.
Okay.
So now that he has changed the story, they want to come back and hit him. And it also tells our people that one thing that I'm getting from this is that we are all not the same. Some people may come into the game for just 2 years and break out and can afford mansion at East Legon and all of that within a smallest time. But others are not that fortunate. You have to take time. So if you don't have that mindset of saving, then you lose out. And I want to believe this happened to a lot of his colleagues.
Yeah.
Because when during their prime, they didn't have that culture of saving. If Ajako have go for a set and get like 10,000 cedis, and he is supposed to save like 5,000, some other people may choose other options.
Yeah.
Maybe let's go and party. So that was what the opportunity cost. He feels that no, me, I want to save and forgo other things
and finish my mansion.
Yes, live a moderate life, and because I'm not fortunate to get it in bulk, and now it has happened. So it can happen to everyone. I know a story of Stephen Odro who never tasted foreign European soccer, played Kumasi Asante Kotoko, but they have properties in Kumasi, hotels and mansions and all of that. Playing Asante Kotoko. Because this is a person who knows how to manage his little and make big out of it. But some people will go abroad, get dollars. Now they are here, they don't have anything. So there are a lot of lessons to learn from Jaco's patience. Okay. You come into the industry, consistency, wait for your time, and develop the habit of saving. Okay. Not only party. Now he can party, and yes, it's also. And now that you have to enjoy life when you are old. Yeah. You don't enjoy when you are young, and when you are getting older, you become a charity kid. So big up to Ajako. He has really earned a lot of respect, and I'm not.
Disagree.
And I'm not surprised how the world is celebrating him.
Okay, our time is up. I beg. Let's wrap up.
Yes, it's a good news. In fact, this is a huge inspiration, not only to our generation, but even generation ahead. You know, when you look at the current state of our movie industry, and you see what Ajako is doing or has done or has outdone even in this same state, it shows that yes, all is not lost as we think. Okay. In fact, those who are saying it is the house is outmoded, that one is baller. My own is that you see the whole lesson around this whole about the fact that it is not only you being in a certain industry that can elevate you to this level. See, currently, if you are talking about one of the hottest funeral performers in our space, it's Ajako. See, every weekend.
He has like a garden like compound somewhere too.
2 compounds.
The land was big.
Yeah, it was big.
So this another compound.
2 houses. 2 houses. There's one behind. Like like
No,
as
No,
in
like
duplex.
for guests and all of that.
Yes.
So, like
So you see, it is about you leveraging on what you've been able to achieve in a certain field to get other things attracted to you. You understand? Ejako has been able to do so many things with his life, and this particular thing comes as a huge inspiration. But me, the say the thing that when I think about this whole thing makes me a little sad is that as much as this is an inspiration to some of us, the new generation would sometimes want to know the technicalities involved in some of these things. And with this, I mean that Ejako will outdoor this whole edifice. In fact, Rasami, what a edifice is, it is no joke. The money that has gone into this. Garden of Eden.
I think he will do a fish pond or something.
The money that has gone into this is no joke. But is there any proper documentation about Ejako as a brand? What is his net worth? Can it be confirmed? You understand? Some of these things are the lapses in the space that, yes, as much as we want to do this to make people feel like, oh, the space is lucrative, it is good, it is safe.
So you come from that place to the garden. Okay.
It is good, it is safe. It makes some of these conversations become just a show in our faces, because we have so many people who have been able to do this. And you see, when you take, they will compare you to the likes of Despite and other people who can publicly declare their worth, as in what they have, as in who they are. But in our space, yes, somebody can outdoor this. Shatawale will do this. Stoneboy's Stoneboy will outdoor his house. Sarkodie's mansions and all that. But at the end of the day, ask the person, what is even your net worth, and it becomes a problem.
What kind of network are you talking about?
Any network.
Net worth.
Net worth. What's the what the person is worth?
How much the person is worth?
Oh,
estimate, of course. Yes, so if somebody is taking a huge inspiration from this, the person will be motivated enough, because when you say, oh, Ejako did this because he's a movie, like a movie person, it is not enough. It is not enough, because when you go into this technically, you realize it is not only movies that has gotten him this. You realize that even movies, we can even be sure that movies probably that he did is just about 20% of this particular success. You understand? So sometimes some of these conversations there, I would wish, say, as much as they want to outdoor this to give the perception or to stamp the perception that the industry is safe, it is lucrative, you can come in and get some of these things. Let's speak a little technical and know that, oh, this is my net worth now as a veteran actor. I have been able to accumulate this, or I was able to accumulate this in this number of years from this particular angle. Then we can have a proper conversation. But else, all these things will become show, and we will just celebrate it for now. Then tomorrow, it is gone. No proper conversation, no proper documentation. Then they will come and say, oh, when Ejako did this, you guys didn't celebrate him, or you don't know how to celebrate a legend. It will come back to that conversation.
Well, I am here looking at some comments, and it's so obvious that people are not celebrating success the way they are to celebrate it. And it's so unfortunate. And do you know what is funny? These are people whose parents don't even have some. These are people who have no hope for tomorrow. These are people who slide into other people's DMs to ask of 50 Ghana cedis to eat. Yet they are online because they have internet. I thank God MTN took their 135.
Yes. No.
We thank God MTN took that thing from you, because not Jimmy and Ed also. Well, let's end it here. Thanks to Kojo King. He's a musician. Go check his song. Be kind online, audio, video, stream it and enjoy some quality music. In Tim Dodo Solomon is a digital content strategist. And of course, he's also our online manager here at Flex Entertainment Limited. You can also contact him for all your online and digital solutions, distribution, monetization, and more. Roland Amate is a talent manager. I see you guys have a new talent there.
Yeah.
Okay, we talk about him tomorrow.
Talk about him tomorrow.
All right, so a new talent from the camp of
Surface
Entertainment based in Australia. You guys should watch out for that. He's also an event publicist. And to my guys behind the scenes, Digital Rasta is also called Currency, and Richie Flex is the editor director of the show, whilst Currency is the camera person here on Sammy Flex TV. My name is Sammy Flex. Until then, remember that you can also share your opinion on any of the issues addressed here, but also our Sunday Evening Connect show is still up. On Sunday, yesterday was great. On Sunday, you can also join us from 7 p.m. and let's do some more. It is a show for the people, by the people, and to the people. My name is Sammy Flex. I see you when I see you. We're out of here.